welcome to Don't Quote Me with Christina.
I was gonna say something so stupid. Hey guys,
I'm here with
this is Gio and I. Super. Valentine's Day is coming up. Alright.
And we're not gonna start over, as you guys.
No, we have to start over.
This is a way more lax episode. This is just a get to know me with me and Giovanni. He's literally gonna start it where it was because I'm not gonna reintroduce the show.
Welcome, you guys, to Don't Quote Me. I know that's her line, but she didn't want to say it.
Because Giovanni can never be serious. But that is what this episode is about. This is a get to know me episode. So you get to see who we are behind all of our very controversial opinions on the entire fucking world. So, we got some questions. We're going to answer some questions, give you guys some stories, and it'll just be, this is a very chill episode. My friends are behind the scenes. They'll be making jokes. We'll be here being very, very, very funny. It's going to be a riot.
Shout them out.
Okay, so Ja and Chanel are behind the scenes. Guys, say hi.
Hey guys.
Hey.
It's okay.
Okay, so you guys already know that I am Renee Christina. I'm 23 and I'm a Gemini.
And I'm Giovanni, and I'm 24, and I'm a Libra.
And she never lets you guys forget it. She literally mentions that she's a Libra
Every episode.
every episode. How did we meet?
I have no idea.
No idea. So I'm just gonna go with a mutual friend because our best friend and I are pretty close. But in person, like the first time that I seen you in the flesh, I have no idea. I feel like I've known her forever, so let's go with that.
Oh, that was cute. That was cute. Whatever.
If you could describe yourself as any animal, what would you be?
A chameleon? Is it a chameleon or a chameleonaire? Or a chameleon
A chameleon is the best.
I mean, so I would be chameleon because, like, I heard, apparently that's not true, but I heard that they adapt.
Yeah,
they adapt to any, and I'm real adaptable.
Okay.
So
I would be a monkey because I feel like
they're close to humans.
Yeah, they're very close to humans. I also feel like monkeys are fun and they're brown. And I'm fun and I'm brown, so
that's good enough for you, right?
Yeah.
You would be like cool.
But it would be not one of those weird, funny looking monkeys that be on like Instagram and TikTok. Like I would be like a hanging, like a big, not a gorilla, like not an ape. I don't know if it's
orangutan.
A chimpanzee.
Okay, so you'd be a chimpanzee.
But the chimpanzee from
the emoji.
No, what's the movie? What's the movie with the monkeys?
Is it a child's movie?
No.
Because I have no childhood.
Planet of the Apes. Yeah. Remember when Caesar was like,
he said,
that's how he shows the man that he loves him. And he puts, put your hand in my hand.
At like what point? Like here? I don't remember that movie. What? Next question. Do you have any pets? I have a Lola. She's a cat. I know you guys can't see her all the way over here, but she's my heart. That's what I have.
Okay, so I have a pit bull. His name is Frost. He is 5 years old. He looks like a cow. So he's white with like black spots. He is
a dog that looks like a cow.
He's big like a fucking cow. But he's such a big baby and I love him so much.
Yeah, my Lola's a baby.
I'm not a fan of cats because cats are mean.
Anyways.
Do you have any siblings?
Do I have any siblings? That's what I was going to say, but we're going to move on. Do I have any siblings? So this one is going to get the people. Everyone knows I have a twin brother, but I also...
I wonder if the viewers know you mentioned you have a brother. Have you mentioned he was a twin?
I think you've mentioned it.
Because I think it's fucking amazing that there's two of you.
Yeah, so I have a twin brother, but I also have 2 little sisters and another brother and a maybe sister. But that's a different story for a different day. So
why you
I guess
come up here and spread that man business on this camera?
Not my problem. I have a twin brother, and yeah.
Are you guys opposites, alike?
I feel like we rotate. So he used to be really loud and rowdy, and I was always calm, and now I'm the problem.
I never imagined you calm.
I was the calm one.
That must have been before we've known each other because I've met her brother, and
he's super calm.
He's so calm that it almost makes Giovanni obnoxious. Because it's like you fucking sucked all the life out of the womb.
That's literally how he was the problem before, but now I'm the problem.
Fun. So I have, as I've mentioned a bunch of times, I have an older sister. Her name is Maneja. We are 9 years apart, and then every time I drop an episode, my grandmother, my dad call me, and my little sister's on the phone like, "You didn't mention me, baby. You didn't even tell the people I exist." So Cadence Riley, this is your time to shine. I have a little sister. She will be 6 in November. She is the smartest little girl in the world, and the sun and the moon and the solar system of my family. We love Riley. She's so funny. If it was not so late right now, it's actually not super late, but you guys aren't going to be able to hear it. But we'll get her on the episode. She's a fucking riot. She is all of the greatest parts of me, and like all of the greatest parts of my sister, and all of the greatest parts of everyone. She's like, finally my bloodline has got it right. That's what it kind of feels like. Aww. She's fucking amazing.
Hey, Riley.
Yeah, she's gonna be so fucking excited to hear her name on this camera.
So, what did you want to be when you grew up? So when I was super young, I wanted to be a lawyer. I don't know why, I just assumed like lawyers made a lot of money, and I
feel like that everybody might have had that, like,
yeah, like they want to be a lawyer or a doctor or something.
Yeah.
Because
people told me to be a lawyer. I ain't not.
Yeah, so I wanted to be a lawyer solely because they made a lot of money, and then I went to school, and then law is boring as fuck. It's just rewriting and writing and saying the same shit over.
And there's a fucking technicality for like everything.
Yeah, so
and I don't like technicalities unless they work in my favor.
I don't like things that are tedious. And I don't like repeating myself. I don't know if you've noticed that, but I hate repeating myself.
So how does it feel to know that we're shooting this episode
for the second time? I don't know. It makes me a little bit angry. It makes me a little bit angry.
Okay, so
what did you want to be?
Growing up, I wanted to be a teacher, and I don't know how many of you listening know, but when I am not the fabulous Renee Christina, I want sweatpants and colorful socks and
fabulous.
Not Gio
Fabulous. Yeah, she's Miss.
Yeah, Miss Renee.
Miss Renee.
Throughout the week.
Whatevs. Monday to Friday.
Yeah, Monday to Friday. I'm Miss Renee. I work in a preschool, and I love kids. This is exactly what I wanted to do. I never. Like, from the very beginning, I was very specific of the age group that I wanted. I always knew that it was going to be
Babies?
from anywhere to, like, 2 to, like, 6.
Oh, no.
You know, no, I'm lying. Originally, it wasn't going to be 2. It was literally going to be 4 to 6. But then I was just like, let's broaden the horizons a little bit because we in a pandemonium. And everyone needs
a panoramic. I don't like kids that can't use the bathroom. So,
everyone always thinks, like, when you don't work in childcare, you think that, like, that's the worst part of your job. Like, you have to change fucking diapers all day, but I swear to God, nap time and sleep training is enough to make you quit your job.
No, but for me personally, I ignore children. So I need them to know how to walk, talk, and use the bathroom. And not, oh my God, the little stage where they cry and you have to decide
what they mean. You usually,
when I have a baby, I want it to come out 5.
Talking, like already know what the fuck they want.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I wanted to be a teacher, and that is what I do. Favorite childhood memory? Do you want to go or do you want me to go?
I think I've diagnosed myself with short-term memory loss.
Off WebMD?
Off WebMD, because I don't remember much.
Or Finding Nemo.
But I do remember that little blackout in 2000. It was in the summer. And I think I was going to like summer camp and I got to go home. I'm just gonna go with that because I just don't remember my childhood.
That makes me really sad that you don't remember your childhood.
So. Or I remember things in like colleges.
I also found something that like you can pretty much implant memories in your head. So like even if something like didn't happen, if you tell yourself the story enough, I'll tell you guys more about that further down because I got an answer. That's the answer to one of my questions.
I met Beyonce.
I have actually not personally met Beyonce, but I've seen Beyonce in a very small group.
No, but I told myself that enough times.
I swear to God. So my favorite childhood memory is, so for those who live outside of New York and have never lived in New York, you're not gonna know what I'm talking about. But for the viewers that grew up in Brooklyn, like I have grown up in Brooklyn, Funtown, USA. So Funtown, USA was pretty much Chuck E. Cheese on like Molly.
Question though, where was it located? Was it in Jersey?
Bushwick.
It was in Bushwick.
It was in Bushwick. I could have been making the Bushwick up, but it was under a train. There was a train.
I think it was
a and it was. I think that was mad fun.
That was mad fun.
Mad Fun has nothing on Funtime USA.
You're right.
Nothing on Funtime USA. Funtime USA had the world's highest ceilings. Imagine that someone
food was trash though.
Terrible pizza. Imagine someone brought like a factory that used to make, I don't know, like airplanes, and then just like filled it with fun. And then essentially that's how it fucking felt. The ceilings were really high, and they had this slide. Now, disclaimer, ghetto. No matter how much money your parents had growing up, there wasn't really that much money in the economy in Brooklyn. So like you really weren't that well off. So a lot of our fun was very cheap fun. And as I look back and I remember this amazing part of my childhood, I think about it, and I don't know if you guys remember, but when you went down that slide, you were in a Bubbles Works laundry bag.
Yep, ghetto.
That is fucking ghetto.
So ghetto.
You were getting in the laundry bag and you would slide down this slide, and it was so much fun. It always smelled like feet and like mold. And the carpet was always wet because people were dropping their soda or their high C orange.
High C orange is like, oh
it's
my
pure
god.
sugar.
I think there's caffeine in that one. Yeah.
But that would be my favorite childhood memory.
Okay.
Favorite movie.
So it really depends on my mood.
So then give me all of them.
Okay, so I'm gonna go with Get Rich or Die Trying and Mean Girls. When I was younger, my favorite movie was Sleepover. A lot of people haven't seen that. But it's like 4 girls and they're having their last sleepover before one girl moves. Whatever. That's on the top of my list also. Okay. And then I had movies that like I really liked when I was a child, but as I grow up, they're like so shitty.
But do they give you? Because I find that sometimes my favorite movies and stuff aren't really like depending on like the storyline so much as the memory and the time that it represents.
Okay, yeah.
Like that's probably how I feel about Funtime USA, because as I've said, it fucking stunk and the floor was wet.
It was ghetto.
And it was ghetto, but it was just like it represented such a really good time.
Yeah.
And it's also proven that we relate like music and soundtracks
to
to
memories.
So that's,
yeah, so I'm gonna definitely go with Get Rich or Die Trying and Mean Girls because it's just 2 different aspects of
it's
me.
you.
It's me. Like
you
like
put them
super
together,
like ghetto.
and then like super like
Yeah, so Mean Girls and Get Rich or Die Trying is my top 2.
Okay, you guys will notice throughout this episode, Giovanni and I are a little similar.
And I'm gonna say Clueless is like
Don't
top
do that.
5.
Don't fucking do that. Don't fucking do that.
No, because she was like a.
She knew that I was gonna start my list out with Clueless, and last time I went first, and because she went first this time, she stole my answer. So Clueless is in my top. It's probably my favorite movie. Clueless, I can watch like I can finish it, and then like as soon as they're at the wedding and that scene happens, I can just like start it over.
Okay.
Save the Last Dance because it has sentimental. Also, Mean Girls. So Mean Girls, Clueless, Save the Last Dance are my movies that my sister and I would watch together when I was younger. So they represent a great time in my life. I also feel like they explain who I am because I'm a fucking baby.
You know what I forgot? The last song with Miley Cyrus.
Okay,
I'm gonna watch that
is
tonight.
not on mine, but 50 First Dates and the vibe.
Really better than
The
me.
last song has a song in it that makes me cry.
I know the song. Okay, I was not gonna go with Climb. I was gonna go with Climb.
Is Climb in that movie?
No. Not as it is, I'm just fucking with you.
But yeah, so it would be Clueless, Mean Girls, Save the Last Dance, 50 First Dates, and Monsters Inc.
Okay, never saw Monsters Inc. Never saw
I don't even understand what the fuck that means.
Whoa.
I don't have a childhood. I told you short-term memory loss. Maybe I saw
maybe you
it.
forgot. I can't imagine that you have not seen. Speaking of that, today is Pixar's 35th birthday.
Let me do it again.
Pixar, I grew up on Pixar. Pixar has like major
Tell me when
sense.
it's Get Rich or Die Trying.
You don't know it's the thing with the lights that goes.
No! Moving on. What's your favorite food?
My favorite food is probably pizza. If it's not pizza if it's something quick. Like, okay,
Just go with pizza, I swear.
my favorite food is pizza, guys.
Okay, so normally I would say pizza, but I recently realized my favorite food is chicken wings because, like, I always want to eat chicken wings, hot wings, buffalo wings, pepper wings, jerk chicken. It's just like, I just really like chicken.
I really like jerk chicken, but jerk chicken is the only wet chicken I'll eat. I don't like sauces on my food.
Have you ever had buffalo and lemon pepper?
but that would make the chicken wet, and you just heard me 10 seconds ago say that.
Try it though.
No, thank you.
But like they could dry it out a little bit.
Can they put the hot sauce? So I like my food spicy, but when I fry chicken at home, I
Put the hot sauce in the batter, whatever. Anyways, you're missing out. Anyways, my favorite non-alcoholic drink and then alcoholic. So it would be water initially, then like cranberry, like cran apple, cranberry, cran mango, cran pineapple. Yeah, cranberry juice. And then alcoholic, I would definitely have to go with like
Casamigos.
I would say Casamigos, but I want to say something cool. So go to the bar and get a Jaeger bomb shot. Super cool. I learned about it from like my white friends. So it's like, okay, I'm gonna Google it to be absolutely sure.
Okay, while she's Googling it, my favorite non-alcoholic drink is going to be either water or white cranberry juice. And my favorite alcoholic drink is a drink that is 1 part Red Bull, 1 part cranberry, 1 part pineapple, and then 1 part tequila. Not super picky about the tequila. Here recently it's been Casamigos, but it always leaves me shit-faced. So like, we could do Patron, which also leaves me shit-faced. I have no tolerance for liquor. That's the bottom line.
Okay, so the Jaeger bomb shot is where, okay, so you have 2 glasses. One is a shot glass and one is a cup. And you have your pint of liquor and you drop it into Red Bull. Then you drink it all together. Super cool. Go to the bar, ask for
But it's
that.
like a trick to it though.
Yeah, it's real. You just drop
Wait,
it.
is it like, where's it originated from?
I have no idea, but I had it at Irish
sounds
bar.
German. Okay.
I've had it at an Irish bar. I don't know if it's Irish though, so don't quote me.
Favorite TV show? Grey's Anatomy.
I don't know what should
She wanted to go first so bad, but I'm gonna say Grey's Anatomy.
Who are you?
Following, I'm gonna say Martin. That's super cliche, but like I have such like an easy, like it's easy to make me laugh because I'm already thinking about funny things in my head. So Martin is gonna make me laugh. I don't care if I've saw it 30,000
For
times.
me, fun fact, I do not watch Black TV. And as someone who supports everything that a Black person does, I will run Martin on my TV if it's like gonna get him streams and stuff like that. But I find that the storyline behind it, it's always very forced, and a lot of times it comes off a little racist to me. Like Medea movies are super insulting to me because everyone who knows my grandmother knows like Medea could not be further away from who my grandmother is. And I know like the story is supposed to be like she's relatable, but like I've never seen a Medea movie. I'm like, oh yeah,
That's something my grandma.
no, never. I've never seen a Tyler Perry movie that makes me feel that way.
Because you.
So following question is dream car. I'm gonna say a Jeep Wrangler, maybe a black one, maybe a matte black one. I guess you can get in, but not like passenger. You can get on the back.
I'm not sitting in the back of your car.
Okay, drive it then.
Okay.
So
Do
Jeep
you know what happened to the
Wrangler.
last person who let me drive their Wrangler? Chanel broke the top of the car. That's what happened to the last person that let me
Don't
drive.
say that.
My dream car is a Tesla Model X, white on the outside, peanut butter seats, Renee Christina on the,
This is so detailed. They don't care.
and I want the sparkly license plate cover, and I also wanted to have that thing over it so when I run the lights it doesn't flash me. Yeah,
Why are you running lights? That's the real question.
maybe I have to pee.
We're gonna move on.
Pet peeve.
I don't. Okay, I have to think about it. You know. Pet peeve.
I'm very easily irritated.
Oh boy.
I find that my pet peeve are people who are not selfish people. That's gonna be what I'm gonna be. Selfish people and people who are not understanding. I find that I go through life and I am consistently putting myself in other people's shoes
Yeah.
to try and be considerate. I don't like to step on people's toes. And I also would never want it to be the type of thing where like someone feels like they cannot come to me because I'm super judgmental or anything. So I try to be very easygoing. And people who just like don't flow with me irritate me. Like I find that it's not super difficult to get along with me. So people who don't get along with me, it kind of always feels like they're forcing it.
Oh, so my pet peeve, this is number one on my list. People who think that they're obligated to my time.
I feel obligated
Like-
to the time.
That's a
I
problem.
don't care.
That is a big problem for me.
Whose problem?
Don't think that,
For you, like you said, that's a you problem.
anyways,
I think-
just because I'm on social media doesn't mean I have to respond to your text. Just because I'm doing my thing, I have no look. I need me time. Do not think that you're obligated to my time because then you're never gonna get it. That's my biggest pet peeve. Do not smother me. I just don't like being smothered. Like, give me time, give me space.
Is there more wine in that bottle over there?
In this friendship, we don't have that.
Yeah.
I need
and she knows.
space.
And I think it's so funny that Giovanni says this because
Who cares?
I've recently come to realize like Giovanni in the world of her friends, she only has one friend who gives
could get me
space.
every day. There's one friend who could get me every day.
He's the boy that I said that we met through. Dean is not.
Oh,
someone-
hell no.
You don't think that?
No, Dean can't call me every day.
No, what I'm saying is that Dean is not someone to call you every day.
Dean understands what I'm saying the
but
most.
everyone else in her life, me and all her other
are
friends,
super like clingy.
like especially now that I have an iPad because I like to FaceTime Giovanni and then watch
just
TikToks
yeah,
on my
no.
phone.
So that's my pet peeve.
I literally look at my face, guys. I literally don't care. And no one else in her life cares. Like this is what she wants, but she doesn't get it like ever.
Someone save me.
Celebrity crush. Mine is the baby. I know that this is like a stretch, but if you're looking, you know, reach out. Whatever it is that you're into, I'm into.
So
This is melting me in my spine.
no, it's great.
Can we switch sides?
Yeah, of course. So
Fuck.
she's so extra.
It's really hot.
I guess I should have got it. So my celebrity crush is Tiana Taylor and Iman Shumpert.
That's a really good pick.
I want them to invite me to their sex dungeon.
Do they have a
So
sex
this, I know they got a sex dungeon, and I want to go. So I know this is a stretch.
But if they're looking,
I'll even babysit the kids, but only for
I'll
two
babysit the
hours
kids.
tops.
I'm a mandated reporter and I have.
All right,
my
she'll
life.
babysit the
I'll
kids.
babysit the kids
while
while
I'm in
you
a sex
guys,
dungeon.
while you guys dungeon it up.
Yeah.
Everyone wins. Everyone wins.
Okay, so what's the most embarrassing moment you've ever had?
Okay, so for everyone who knows me knows that I am clumsy. I fall. I drop things. I kind of
my
inherit.
life so bad.
My grandmother is super clumsy, and I know that it's like theoretically not hereditary, but like Manesia, Renee, Cadence, we all are very clumsy, and it often like rubs off on people around me. Like I find that like when people around me they drop shit and they get super clumsy. So my family was like not super big on Easter because that's not our religion. But they were very big on like putting Renee in poofy dresses and stuff like that to make me, you know, super cute.
Why are you talking about yourself in third person?
I always think about myself in third person. So my grandmother really liked to like dress me up like a doll. So she brought me these white patent leather kitten heel Mary Janes, and I love them. And I was just like, these are really cute. So Grandma, can I wear them to school? And she was just like, no. And I was just like, you can pass it. I said that this was a more lax episode. I was like, she said no, that I couldn't wear the shoes to school, and I was just like, but I want to wear the shoes to school. Actually, no, don't pass it to me. I was like, I want to wear the shoes to school. So I snuck them to school in my bag, and right before lunch, I put them on. And I still can't walk in heels. Let's start that off with the fact that you guys will almost never see me in heels. I cannot walk in heels, but I wore the heels to school. Now, don't know what kind of schools you guys went to. I went to a public school. We all have that very shiny cafeteria floor, right? So, because I grew up spoiled rotten, every day from kindergarten to 5th grade, my grandfather would come to my school and bring me lunch. He would buy me Crown, that's why I was fucking humongous as a kid. But he would buy me chicken wings and french fries and he would bring it to me and I would eat it. Something happened and like my lunch wasn't coming today, right? So me being a brat, I'm fucking pissed. So now I'm standing online to get my fucking tray and I'm like, I couldn't even think of how many times I've had. I still to this day have never had public school pizza. Like I've never had it in my entire life because after I graduated from elementary school, I went to a school where you went outside for lunch. So I've never had it. So I'm really fucking pissed that I have to eat this school pizza and I have the tray and I'm walking, but because I can't walk in my heels, I'm not picking my feet up. You feel me? I'm going like this. Remember that episode with SpongeBob shoes weren't tied, so I'm like shimmying. And I shimmied a little bit wrongly, and I slipped, and I fucking fell on the floor, and my entire face went in the pizza. And because, as Giovanni mentioned a couple of minutes ago, I'm dramatic, I proceeded to stand up and scream at the top of my fucking lungs. And I screamed for like 3 minutes.
So whoever didn't see you,
I hope that someone
heard you.
Yeah, no, totally. Because my grandmother was like at the other, my cafeteria was fucking you, she was at the other side of the cafeteria, and she came over, and I was just like, take me home, take me. I was super fucking embarrassed. My grandmother and my aunt pick on me all the time, and they love that fucking story. They kept the shoes.
Aww.
Wait, this was high school?
This was elementary
If this was high school, I would have fucking died. I would have fucking
That's what I'm
changed.
saying. I said they told you, girl. Cause I thought this girl screaming for me.
Why she got on heels?
Like,
That's the real question.
The girls who wore heels
in high
in
school.
high school irritated the fuck out of me. Like, girl, I don't give a fuck what birthday it is taking shit off.
And then it's not like they let me use the elevators in my school. Like, you're up and down.
Yeah, no, they definitely didn't let you use the elevators in my school.
I used it.
You could use the elevator if, like, you
So
were
accompanied by
that
someone
shit.
else.
Yeah, like if there was like a teacher that was gonna escort you, because you know like the teacher's not walking up the stairs with you, so you guys can get an elevator. But outside of that, nope, clicking, clacking right up the stairs.
So I'm also like very clumsy. So my most embarrassing moment was a freaking snow day, and I lived in Crown Heights, but I went to school in Manhattan. So I got on the 4 train to get off at Utica, and everybody gets off at Utica because it's the last stop. And I thought it was like super cool or whatever, so like I didn't want to hold on to the rails. And when the train stopped at Utica, my knees hit the ground in front of everybody who was all waiting to get off. And the most embarrassing part about it took me a while to get up because the train it just stopped. It wasn't at the stop, but it just stopped. So it's not like the train stopped, people looked at me, they laughed, then they walked out. We're still in the middle before we get to the stop, so I get up, and I still have to look at these people until it's time to get up. So that's top tier.
Oh my god, guys. Number 15 is a special question because it's a joint answer, guys.
So the
worst rumor you heard about yourself.
You can
Story time.
You can tell the story.
Okay, because these are Giovanni's people, so yeah.
These are not. Don't blame it on me.
Okay, so Giovanni has a nice following on Clubhouse. She has embedded herself in a bunch of different groups, and they have a friend group. These are her Clubhouse friends. That's what I like to call them. So Giovanni and I go to hang out with my real life friend Nicole. Shout out to Nicole because I love her so much. We go to hang out with Nicole, and we're having a good time. The stripper's Giovanni's drunk. She's dancing.
That's why I don't want to get drunk, because I don't want to be the dancer girl. Like, I'm so over that.
How she was going.
That's why I don't want you to show me the videos, because I don't want to be the drunk dancer girl.
She was.
Oh my god, I've definitely seen the video.
Why are you doing
that?
that? Bro, we were posting you while you were dancing.
I literally hate being the dancer friend that's drunk.
Stop dancing.
I can't. You look at her makes me want to dance. She is. She'll get drunk and she's like, I want to dance.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that anymore.
Yeah, you always say that, and then yesterday when we were at the bar, you were dancing.
Yo, Gio be killing shit. You gotta insert a clip of her.
I am gonna
Fucking
insert a
shit.
clip.
You have to. You have to.
Moving on.
Okay,
See,
so
Nicole's not even the focus.
right, so we go to the Nicole's party,
And Renee's like, ready to go. So we go to my Clubhouse friends event. Fast forward, something goes missing, and she decides that
we took it, y'all. But listen, you have to watch of how it happened. So first it was, hey, my charger's missing. Ask Gio and her friends if they've seen my charger. And then it was like, hey, my wallet's missing. Ask Gio and her friends if they've seen my wallet. And then it was like, well, let me text Gio and let me text her other friends and let me just reach out, because I think that, and then guys, it is me, my best friend, Gio, her best friend, 2 of our male friends. There's 6 of us. What are we going to do with her one wallet that has $40 in it? We don't know this $40 in the wallet.
I just assume
that she only
whoever
has $40.
carries more than $40 anyway.
And then, but the thing really was, guys, so while we were at her house, she brought her dog out, and everyone knows me and knows like I love a husky, so I was like really excited. But then at one point she started like moving kind of funny with her dog and put the dog away like we were going to do something to the dog. Why did you put away your dog and not your fucking wallet? She said that her cousin said that she's seen the wallet on the couch.
What kind of cousin?
I don't
you
know
got?
this girl. I don't know this girl. My best friend
My
doesn't know this girl.
cousin would
A
have
lot of
said.
people just met her
I
for the
don't
first
know
time. We're
that
in her fucking house, and her fucking wallet is just sitting around. Also, guys, when Giovanni and Shania left first, and then me and my 3 other friends, we left, and there was only 3 of us sitting on her sectional couch. When I got up, there was nothing on the couch. I also don't steal from people. We did not take her fucking wallet.
Only
But
the government.
she
Was still from the government.
She was going crazy. Like, I heard that she was on Clubhouse and like people were into it, and she was like, yo, where my friends' things? And I was just like, sweetheart, we did not take your shit.
She hit that door because the door is working on that wall.
Exactly. She would have stole the dog, and if I stole chicken wings, I would have stole chicken wings.
On
But
some
I don't
drunk shit,
steal
I
from
was
people.
saying to my best friend, I'm like, Rizzy, let's take the dog. She was like, what? It's probably chipped. I'm like, you're right, it is probably chipped. Very beautiful husky, but like we joked about the dog. I didn't even realize, first off, I don't go outside with my wallet. I would take like fast cash and like my ID and everything else.
Debit card, yeah.
Like tap and pay if I'm gonna bring my debit card outside. But for me to say like, let me have this wallet that has, let me empty out my bank account, put all the wallet in my cash, and then sit the wallet in the living room.
Yeah, so I don't carry my wallet just because it has my insurance cards and all. I don't carry
My
my wallet.
fucking social
So-
is there, like there's a lot of shit in it.
Yeah, my birth certificate is in my wallet. I do not bring my wallet outside. More time, we're gonna move on. I don't steal. So
Yeah, so she lost us.
So that was the worst rumor that I may have heard, is that maybe I've stolen or whatever. So scariest thing that's ever happened to you, or whatever you're
Biggest
afraid of.
fear.
So I got my scariest. I don't. My words got like whatever. Anyways, car accidents are like at the top of my list. I've been in a car accident once, and instead of like falling on the floor and begging for like money and stuff, I went to a party. I'm so sorry. No, I didn't want to miss the party. It was lit.
Did you have a really good
I
time?
had a blast.
Was it worth it?
No, because then after that,
I like,
thought
damn, I could have a settlement right now.
Yeah, and then getting hit by a car, which my best friend hit me with a car once, not on purpose, but I don't want to go through that again.
Okay.
So that's at the top of my list. I don't want to get in a car accident or get hit by a car.
Okay.
Wait, no, but maybe, like, if I don't get hurt.
And then you still get a settlement?
Yeah, because
I know.
you know why
people
I
been
don't want to
hit
get hit by a car though?
and
Because
haven't been hurt, but did get really good money from it.
yeah, my biggest fear is being like a paraplegic or like not having an arm or not having a leg.
Oh my god, that leads right into my biggest fear and the scariest thing that has ever happened to me. So my biggest fear is to be a paraplegic, to like
Yeah.
not have any control over my body. And then the worst thing that is, the scariest thing that has ever happened to me is October 2019, I got shot 3 times and had no function of the right side of my body. My right arm was in a cast because it was broken around like right here, and then the bullet was lodged in my knee and had to be removed, and bone regrows but cartilage doesn't, so they had to pretty much just like wire it and build a brand new fucking knee. But it didn't work for a while, and like every day I would wake up every day and would sit up in the bed and I would just start crying. I'm like, bro, what if I can never walk? Like,
It sounds like heartbreak a little bit.
no, it was really sad. It was really depressing, and I find that I do. You guys hear me say all the time, like I like to be taken care of, and I like to have people wait on me. But there is nothing that is probably more like heart wrenching than not being able to wipe your own ass. Because I didn't have use of my hand, I also couldn't get myself to the toilet because his leg was super fucking heavy, and I wasn't in the beginning. So because I also got shot in my right leg, it was just a flesh wound. But in the beginning, I wasn't able to put any pressure on that one either. So I pretty much only had an arm, and so I was just like an arm and a head, and nothing else worked. And I was just like, this is the fucking worst. I remember before surgery, like thinking like, what the fuck? What if they have to amputate my leg? Like, what if I wake up and it's just like a hip, a fucking
Grey's Anatomy
no.
shit.
Yeah.
And I was just like, that was what I was the most scared about going to surgery. I'm just like, what if I wake up with no leg? And then afterwards, when I woke up with the leg, I'm like, why y'all put this shit on if it don't work? Why did you connect this? It was just
Wasting
like,
my time.
it was just like dead weight. In the very beginning, the physical therapy is literally just having to be able to, like, while I'm laying on the bed, picking my leg off of the bed, like a centimeter, and like, I couldn't do that. And I was just like, this leg is not gonna work. But
Look at you.
it worked, so that was cool.
Biggest flaw.
I think my biggest flaw is also my biggest strength. I think that I am super, super empathetic and very, very emotional, very in touch with my feelings, very in touch with the feelings of everyone around me. And it is my biggest flaw because sometimes a lot of the times it's overwhelming. Because before I can deal with my shit, I'm gonna deal with your shit, and I'm gonna deal with your shit, and I'm gonna deal with your shit. And then it also gets a lot overwhelming because like I also think that I always know best. So like if I give you advice and you don't take the advice, I'm like super anxious for how shitty whatever it is gonna go.
Turn on, yeah. So my biggest flaw is also my biggest strength. It comes off as I'm a bad communicator because I like to put time in between something that upsets me or makes me feel away and my reaction. So sometimes people take it like, oh, you're ignoring me, so you don't want to communicate because you're a bad communicator. But it's like, I feel like I need to give myself time so that one thing I've never in my adult life had to say anything that I had to take back.
That would be my biggest
because
I hate when people
yes,
that's a Scorpio tactic also.
So I've never had to say anything that I had to take back. But because sometimes my response time is delayed, people take it as I'm a bad communicator. So big flaw, big strength. I don't care. I'm gonna still what?
But I get what you're saying because I'm one of those people who.
If something is making you anxious and bothering you need to hear. Yes, you need to.
I can't help but
so I
kind of need to deal with it.
Yeah. So in my relationships, like whether it's friends or whatever, family, whatever, people take it as I don't care about the situation, but it's really like I cannot. If something happens right now, I can't tell you how I feel right now. I have to give myself time to like calm down, understand what happened or whatever. So that's my biggest flaw and biggest strength. If I had a superpower, what would it be? I want to be like the smartest person in the world. I want to have all the answers. So I can belittle everyone. What about you? You want to fly?
No, I'm trying to figure out what superpower is going to make me the richest. I'd be invisible.
Oh, invisible's cool, so you can like walk in the bank.
Into the Chanel store like they did earlier?
Yeah, but no one would see you. Would you get me stuff?
Yeah, I get everyone stuff.
Okay.
I would, oh my god, I would
go out with it.
She's invisible, they can't see her.
So
they're gonna see a floating bag, that's okay.
Every time I've seen invisibility, it fucking covers everything. That's like saying that my clothes aren't gonna go invisible.
Well, I hope your invisibility works for you.
I get to pick the superpower. That's
so
how
if I get on your back, is we invisible?
Is we invisible? With my college degree.
2 of them.
Period.
So,
one of the worst things you've ever done. Do you want to go first, or do you want me to go first?
When I was in college, I was an accomplice to a car theft. But it's not really what it was like.
She led the car theft.
No, I wasn't the driver. So I had this friend who had a roommate, and she was like super monotone. So it'd be like,
she's not monotone, y'all. She's deaf.
She was deaf, but at the same time, she was monotone. She had a hearing aid, so she was partially deaf, but she was also very monotone. So say, okay, let's say I'm her.
Hey, can I borrow you?
No, just be like, hey Giovanni, can you take me to Walmart?
Hey Gio.
No. She would say no before I even finished the sentence. But it's like she wanted us to like, she wanted to use our bottles and stuff to like return. Bottles? Yeah, because I like always bought a case of water. Oh, so she would return, but like when I would ask her like, oh, can you take me to Walmart? Because I don't live around here or whatever. So she would have to take me because I don't have a car.
Right.
She would say no. So one time we went to Walmart without her. That's the worst thing I've ever done. Because.
So you stole a deaf person?
I stole a deaf I was an accomplice to car theft. A deaf girl. Worst thing I've ever done. God forgave me. You guys can forgive me also.
Okay. So remember earlier when I said like you can implant memories in your head? So when I was younger, one day I was homesick from school, and my grandmother and my aunt worked at my school. Both of my parents had jobs, but my grandfather stayed home. He was retired, and we were best friends. So we were home one day, and you know, when you're home sick from school, you're supposed to be like in bed, not really doing anything. We was in that bitch teeing up, okay? We was playing, we went to the park. Great day. So now we're back in the house, and there is a lot of commotion outside of my house. So we go outside, and we walk a few houses down, or this is how I remember the memory. And there's this man, and he has this really gigantic knife, and it's like covered in blood, right? So now, days go on and we find out that he like tried to kill his mom and he ended up having to go to a crazy house, yada yada yada. Now, I remember the man's face, and I've lived in the neighborhood for a while. I don't live directly in that neighborhood anymore. My family moved out in like 2016. But I still live very close, so I also frequent it. So I have started to see the man again. So I'm always telling everyone I know, like, be careful, don't go in that store because that man killed his mom. Da, 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 da. The other day I was talking to my grandma and I was asking her like if this happened. And she was like, yeah, no, it did happen. And then I was like, you know he works at the health food store on Fulton, right? And she was just like, Renee, he's in jail. And I was just like, no, he's not, Grandma. The albino guy is right there. And then she was just like, Renee, there were 2 albino men in our neighborhood. One of them tried to kill his mom and got put in a mental facility. The other man still is walking. But I have been told the entire neighborhood and everyone that I know that this man killed his mom. And he did not. So that is probably the worst thing that I've ever done. I literally tell people that this man is a murderer.
I apologize.
I'm really sorry if I've told you guys that the albino guy from the previous neighborhood that I live in, or if you live in that neighborhood still and you know that, I'm really fucking sorry.
Which one was no bloody night?
It wasn't.
She just got the person
but I got the
wrong.
person mixed up. The person who did it is still
So yours was
incarcerated.
innocent.
Yeah, and I was also really young, but I fucking have a big ass fucking mouth, so I've told this story probably 100 times.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
I'm also very sorry about the worst thing I ever done, but we don't have to talk about it.
What's the next
If you could live anywhere, where would it be? I would live on the West Coast because I don't like the cold and I don't like the snow.
If I could live anywhere, it would be Burbank, California, because I could stay warm, like she said. I could do special effects makeup on weekends, and I could still teach in a school.
Okay. If you could go back to any year, what would it be? I'm definitely gonna say 2016. It was really cool. But 2018, I thought I was in love, and I was just on like cloud 9.
If I had to go back to a year, it would not be 2016. It would be 2018.
2018 was cool.
And I also think that because we wrote the question a little bit, if you could go back to any year, I kind of made it like a little bit more like recent first. Would you ever see like when you ask people like if you could live in a different era and they like pick previous eras, and I'm just like, but you're black.
1970. Like, bro, we wasn't living good back then at all.
Shit was fucked up.
No, so definitely not going too far back.
The perfect job or the perfect relationship?
I would definitely pick the perfect job.
I know I'm gonna pick the perfect relationship, but my reason for picking it is very, very specific. So listen here. If you're paying attention to me in this podcast, you know that I hope to be a stay-at-home mom.
So
The
that
perfect relationship is going to
don't have to
allow me to
work.
stay at home and take care of his children.
Yeah,
Thus having the perfect job.
I want my husband further in life to have like the perfect job and be a stay-at-home dad.
You want him to be a stay-at-home dad?
I don't want to take care of my kids.
Okay, that's cool. If neither one of you guys want to do it, then pay me to watch them, and then my husband has to let me stay home.
I'm just gonna knock on my mom's door and run. She'll figure it out.
If you were granted an unlimited amount of money to purchase one item tomorrow, what would it be?
So if I was granted whatever amount of money, what am I saying?
I don't know.
If I was granted an unlimited amount of money to purchase one item tomorrow, I would purchase like a penthouse. It would be like glass everywhere, because no children would be allowed there.
Give me 2 answers.
Okay, so definitely a penthouse because I don't think I want to live in a house.
Yeah.
Unless I have no, I don't want to live in a house. I 100% don't want to live in a house, but I can pass a house down, I guess, to generations because generational wealth is big these days.
Right.
I don't really care about what happens after I die, but that's another story for another day. Anyways, so I would get a penthouse, pay it off or whatever, and it would be beautiful. So definitely a penthouse.
So what's your second item?
I have to think about it. What's your
Okay,
first?
so my first item is going to be a private jet with all of the amenities. It's the biggest private jet that I can get. I wanted to get very much Delta aircraft, but with my face on the side. Maybe not my face, maybe my name and
The
script.
point of a private jet is for it to be personal and private.
Oh no, I want it to be big because I want it to be big. I want to have the bigger the better.
Okay.
And then we could
So what's your second item?
my second item is going to be a waterfront home. It is going to be completely encased in glass. It'll be on this side. Think, you're probably not gonna know because for some reason you don't know a bunch of movies. Think Incredibles 1, Incredibles 2. Remember when the person who was making them the costumes let them stay in his house, and the house was like glass and like the water outside, and like it would be that house. So a private jet in that house, and then I'm set for life.
So definitely my penthouse, and I guess the second one will be like stock or something. I don't know.
That's a good.
Something I can like double the money or whatever, or maybe I'd buy like a home in like Atlanta and Airbnb it up or something. Because Atlanta's really popular, or like Miami or something. Airbnb it up.
Fucking Miami.
Have you whores on vacation?
Buy
using
Miami.
my
That's what my private
stuff.
jet. My fucking the pilot in my private jet is gonna be like, why didn't you just build the house there? I'm gonna be fucking Miami. If I could go to Miami every weekend, I would.
Love it.
I love Miami. Nowhere is as fun as Miami.
So, is there anything you wish come back into fashion?
Okay, so when you say come back into fashion, you mean make it cool
Not-
or make it readily available? Because there are
No,
things.
make it cool. Like make it cool. Like, what is a style that has passed? You can wear whatever you want. That's granted, but they're saying.
So when I say make it readily available, I mean like there's something that I would bring back, but the brand is discontinued. Does that count?
Okay.
Alright, so then it would be rugby.
Oh yeah,
That would be rugby. I have maybe 7 left, but like I would love to be able to get. I kept all my rugbies.
Because you can wear them anytime you want, but you
And-
want to get more.
Yeah, I want because there are like a few of them that I didn't think I was like super obsessed with at the time that I got rid of, and I wish I could bring back. But if it wasn't that, it would be the coolest style of fashion.
Yeah.
But like urbaning it up, so like making
blacking it up.
blacking it up. I was trying to use urban, but blacking it up.
Okay, coolest but in black.
Yeah, but not
that girl.
not. First off, we're not even gonna say her name because we don't even breathe air into her. She don't stand with us, so we don't stand with her. I heard they were giving her a spinoff though.
I don't even want to talk about her though.
Let's go.
So for me, after like my tilt, tuck, and tighten, I don't know if y'all still. So I have like I should have said this in like my celebrity crush period, because some of my crushes are just people like that. Not that I aspire to be that I just love their aesthetic at the moment. So
Yeah,
I was so big on Britney Spears, like pre-cut my hero phase, but
So Britney during her toxic phase.
yes, toxic Britney. I was like
Toxic
super.
Britney was great.
I love Britney Spears or whatever, but the whole like thong out with the low-rise jeans after my tilt, tuck, and tighten, I definitely would bring that back.
You know what that makes me think of? I was
Degrassi.
oh my god, I love fucking Manny Degrassi.
Yeah.
It's my favorite. But I was on Instagram the other day and I seen that they sell these thongs that you could put chains on.
Yeah,
And I
that's
ordered
great.
them with my name on them.
Yeah, so that's okay. Renee is 4 letters.
But you and I both know that it says Renee Christina.
Okay, so yeah, I definitely want to bring back the Manny and Degrassi, the Britney Spears
I love
toxic
it.
thing.
Your favorite physical feature on a guy. Mine is gonna be a smile.
Mine is arms, if we're not counting what they have in their pants.
I'm big on arms.
I like arms. Yes, I'm just really
Please
big on
don't
arms.
worry.
Yes.
Biggest turn off. Does this mean
I like relationships with
Bad
guys.
teeth, remember that?
Bad teeth is definitely at the top.
But I think that the biggest turn off, I don't know, do you mean, you wrote these questions, so are we asking physical? Okay, so give me one physical and then one characteristic.
Physically, I do not like. Okay, so like I am cute like one day out the week, so I get it. But like I don't like guys who carry themselves a little.
Okay, I get that. I've recently been using the word metrosexual a lot because I find that traditionally metrosexual was like only associated with like the punk rock look and like the Lenny, like if you're black, it was like a Lenny Kravitz. But I think that
Or Prince.
But I think that the 21st century and the 90s era of men, I think that they have found their own version of metrosexual, whereas like he very well can still have like a Mary's and a Dior sweater. It is just how well put together he is. So for those who have not hung out with Gio and I in like a social setting, we rate outfits whenever we go out. And when we're rating your outfit, we don't only take into account with the fact that your jeans are $1,000 and your sweater is $3,000.
It's how you wear it.
Right, like are your nails done? Do you have an earring? What color is your jewelry? Do you have a bag? If you don't have a bag, you have all of this shit in your fucking. That is my biggest turn off. A nigga who got shit falling out his fucking pockets. Like, what is wrong with you? You don't got a fucking wallet. Is fucking your money is wrapped up in a fucking rubber band, and then it's just sitting in your pocket. Like that needs to be with fucking Blistex, and you're sitting on your ID, so it's cracked in the fucking middle, and every time you have to go through this, you have to hold it together and fucking scan it.
You have tape on it.
It just really, like, I feel like it speaks volumes when men are like really put together. Like, I really enjoy to see a man with a bag. It doesn't have to be a purse. Like I'm big on. I always call them a purse, but like a satchel, like a Louis Vuitton messenger bag, and something that's cute, or like a fanny pack that you wear over your shoulder. Like I think that there are ways. I want your nails to be done. I want you to have a haircut consistently. When I say that it is time to do facials,
No stink balls.
it's
I like manicures.
yeah. Like I want you to have your nails done. I want you to take pride in how you look because, like she said, we don't always look great. I told you guys I'm Miss Renee 5 times a week. I look like shit, but. Right now, when we here today, we're together, when we here, we have to present ourselves in front of these people. You fucking represent. I just mean like when we go out as a couple. You have to represent me, and like I don't want to bring you around my friends. Your fucking nails aren't done, and then it's just like shit flowing out your fucking pockets.
Yeah.
And your beard is patchy, and it's just like, what the fuck, Renee?
Who am I even with?
Like it took you 6 hours to get ready, and this nigga got on a V-neck that's fucking stretched out, and now it's the O-neck. Oh fuck! I hate an O-neck. Don't wear no fucking O-neck on no date with me.
Okay, so what's your ideal first date? You can go first because I know it's gonna be.
Is it a dream date? He has an unlimited amount of money, or are we getting realistic?
Get realistic.
Okay, realistic. He is going to. He rented a car. Even if he owns a car, he rented a car. And it's a Tesla. More or less, because I want to get in it, and he lets me drive. He lets me drive. We drive to Tavern on the Green. It is this restaurant that's in the middle of Central Park in the city, where they have these gigantic animals made out of grass, and I really like flowers and shit like that. So we have dinner there, and I get Kobe beef, and I cut my steak with a fucking spoon. It's medium rare. I got 6 crab cakes, because I'm gonna take 3 of them home to my sissy. I'm gonna eat. I'm gonna eat 2. I got mashed potatoes and asparagus, and he brought a bottle because the poor man's girl said that if a nigga really likes you, he buys a bottle on a date. So he brought a bottle of wine to the table. Not of Casamigos, because if he brings a bottle of Casamigos to the table, I think he gives Predator. Every time, like, we're not gonna have that at dinner. So that's my ideal first date. And then he lets me drive home.
Okay.
Not after the wine, he should drive home. He should drive home.
Oh, the Tesla can drive.
So excited. So
The Tesla can drive.
my ideal
Fucking
first
business.
date is we go. Well, my ideal first date is that. Oh, I have so many. Okay, ideal or like realistic? I'm gonna go with realistic. Just pick a nice restaurant. I'm not gonna have chicken wings because I want you to know that I'm more than just a chicken wing girl. You know, I am more than just a chicken wing girl. I just really
You
like
also are
chicken
the
wings.
oyster girl.
Yes, you have to pick somewhere where there's oysters, and then you have to let me eat my oysters. You have to, when I say, oh my God, do you want to try one? You have to try one. Even if you don't like it, that's fine, but like, at least try it.
And then feed it to me.
Yeah, feed me an oyster. Yeah, so ideal first date, good food, good
You always
conversation.
trying to fucking feed me an oyster.
No one ever wants to eat them. Anyways, good food, good conversation. I hate when I'm with somebody and it's like I'm pulling teeth for. If
You
your
can let me
conversation
home.
is forced, I'm just gonna eat my food and go home.
And be on my phone. If there's no conversation, if you're not trying to talk to me, I've had boys come around and be like ridiculously boring. Like,
Yeah, so I just
really so boring that you're almost like, did someone force you to come?
like
Like what did you
my
wait for?
another one of my biggest pet
Your cat is on you.
peeves is when a guy says he likes me, but I don't feel
Feel
it.
it. Yeah,
Who
totally.
do you like?
Totally.
It can't be me.
Because I'm always telling people like, do you like me or do you think that I'm cute on Instagram?
Yeah, so
Because
I need to know that you're interested in me, and I
That's
need you
really
to ask
okay.
me a bunch of questions.
yes.
Ask me what I'm into.
First dates are interviews, and everyone who has ever done any successful interviews in life know that after the interview is over, when they say like, do you have anything you want to ask me? You ask fucking questions.
Yeah,
So while we're here, show some fucking interest and ask me.
So definitely first date has to be fun. I don't want to sit through a date with someone it's just boring. So Valentine's Day is coming up. and I won't be here. But if you want to take me on this ideal first date,
Come to Atlanta.
Oh, come to Atlanta.
And show out. If you are like, you know what, I listen to this podcast,
And
I want
I'm
to be her Valentine, and come to fucking Atlanta, she got something in store for you.
A blast. We're gonna have a blast.
So much fun. And my best young thug boys. If you're having a bad day, do you want your partner to leave you alone or spend time with you? Both. I want you to stay in the room with me and maybe let me put my leg over your leg. Or maybe let's touch elbows. But don't speak to me. Unless I speak to you, then speak to me. But for the most part, you can just like, I find that it is comforting in being around someone and not having to communicate and still feeling that connection, that you're here for me. I still feel very comforted even though you're not speaking. So that's kind of what I want you to do.
I kind of agree, but that depends on the level
of
a bad day.
Level
of if you're having a bad
yes.
day. Leave me the hell alone, please. Leave me alone. Like, her answer was perfect, but I realized I like to be left alone. Yeah, let me wash them. I definitely feel like I like to be left alone. So we're gonna go with that. But her answer was great, so I definitely agree with what she said. But just leave me alone. Definitely.
Scale 1 to 10, how important is sex in a relationship?
11.
Yeah, no, totally. I don't know anyone.
I don't feel like sex is the main priority, but I feel like it has to be.
Like if everything else in life is like weighed like 1, sex is at least a 2 in the rating. Like you having a passive. Okay, so I think that what you look like is important on a 1. Like it's you get 1 point. I have a point system in my head, and sex counts for 2 points.
Okay, so that's better explaining.
Okay, so very, very, very important.
Oh, still
one thing you need the next person you talk to know before you entertain them.
What?
One thing I need the next person to know before I entertain them, you've got 90 days max to figure it out. You will not talk to me for 6 months. We will not be talking for a year. I don't have that kind of time.
Absolutely.
Maximum, and that's me being extremely courteous. That's me including the pandemic.
Pandemonium.
That's me including what's going on in your life or what's going on. You have 90 days. I feel like people forget that most men know what they want. I am a very indecisive person, but I still know what I don't want.
Definitely.
So that means I, in some way, know what I want. So you have 90 days to figure it out. I'm not putting you on a time scale, but I know that you already know what you want. So I'm giving you 90 days to be clear about what you want, and then I'm going to move on. And if it's to your friend, that's not my problem, because we didn't work. And you should want me to find my husband.
Definitely.
And I'm not going to spend 6 months talking to you, because that's 6 months away from my husband. So you've got 90 days.
On the scale, the next person you talk to needs to know before you entertain them. I'm not dating. I'm not interested. Don't write me. Yeah.
That was a stupid answer, because this is for the next person you entertain. You can't tell them you don't want to be entertained. The next
dating advice when wanting to date Renee Christina. Like Gio said, don't tell me that you like me, show me you like me.
Yeah, that's.
If I can't tell that you like me, then I can't tell. I added some questions. On a scale from 1 to 10, how clingy are you?
4. If
How
I
many-
really like you, 5.
Okay, that is on day 91.
Okay. Alright, let me be realistic. When you guys know I'm not clingy. I am not clingy. I need space.
Okay, so 6. How many times will we? Oh, my answer is on day 91 of us dating, where it's just like we are a couple. I love
Exclusive?
you. We're exclusive. My clingy is a 10, definitely.
My clingy
How
number
many
is
days a week are you comfortable with seeing your significant other? This is
3.
Look, wait. I need 2 answers. I need an answer for him in the dating period before the 90 days, and then after the 90 days, how many times do you want to see him a week?
When we're dating and we're like getting to know each other, this is gonna sound bad.
Yeah, tell them.
Like 1 or 2 days. I have so much going on. I just don't want to be smothered. Like, I need time to miss you. I want to crave you. So during dating, 3 to 4 tops. There's 7 days in a week. I do not.
3 to 4 is post 90 or pre 90?
Post 90, 3 to 4.
Okay, and the pre 90 you said is 1 or 2?
1, maybe 2.
A week?
Yeah.
Okay, so pre 90 for me is about
7 days, and post 90 is 7 days too. So
no, pre 90 I can do every other day. I can do
What's your
3
problem with
or
this?
I can do 4 or 5 days a week if I'm gonna be 100% honest. Now
Well, how
post
do you date several guys at once if you get 4 to 5 days to one guy?
because I don't. I'm not dating several guys. I mean, someone maybe being entertained, but as
Yeah.
for like me hanging out with all, I don't think I've ever done that actually. It never
That's the
worked.
problem.
I was gonna say it's never gonna work because one of them is gonna get 4 days a fucking week. I love him. And
Exactly.
then post
She loves them pre 90 days.
post 90 days. So I come from a world where I am a living girlfriend, so I see you at home all 7 days. I mean, maybe I'm having to sleep over at your body's house or out late, so I don't sleep with you tonight. But post 90, we live together. We go together, baby. And I want to see you every day because I love you so much.
I don't love you that much.
So much. I just wanna
Live in my skin.
I seen this fucking meme the other day, and the girl was
I
putting
don't
her
know, turn
arm
me into a meme, but it's my facial expression.
in her boyfriend's jacket, and then like he was taking a shit and she was sitting on the floor in the bathroom, and that's me. Like, let me breathe your hair. I love you so much. If in the middle of the night we're cuddling and you fucking turn over,
That's when I feel I'm at peace. Get off me.
I'm gonna tap your ass like,
No.
what happened?
When we're
Are
cuddling
you
and
mad
you
at
decide
me?
you want to roll over, please do.
I
Because
just
I can't breathe. And I just want to breathe.
Yeah, we could never date. What is your favorite pair of shoes that you do not own?
Oh my god, that is such a bad question. I don't know.
Okay, what's your favorite pair of shoe in life?
I don't know. I like so many. Like, what's a pair of shoes that I want right now that I don't have?
Your Owens.
Yeah, but besides that, I wish I had longer legs.
Because you
So
want
I
the
could get
Givenchy
boobs.
sharp boots?
Yeah.
The Givenchy sharp boots were going to be my answer.
I wish I had longer legs, but I don't know legs, so I can't even pull off stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm short and stubby a little bit, so.
So,
Okay, guys, and now we are here to give you guys some tea. Let's discuss some shit. That girl who said that little baby is not her baby father, little Miss Golden keep commenting under her shit.
yeah, I saw that.
Strange. Jimmy smacks.
First of all, rest in peace, Cicely Tyson.
Oh my god, I wanted to do her last one.
She's like my second,
But I was gonna.
she's like my 15th grandmother. I already had 2 grandmothers, so I was going to say second. Rip Cicely Tyson, while
Yes.
all the craziness is going
Going on in the
on.
world. That is something, and it made me like extra sad because everyone knows like when we like to speak about how long we live, we use her as an example.
Yeah.
So
I also
that's
feel like she
super
lived
sad.
a great life.
A great fulfilling.
She saw a lot
very,
of things.
very successful, very accomplished. So yes, prayers to her family and all of her fans and all of that good shit. Happy motherfucking Black History Month. It is the
5th, 4th.
4th day of Black History Month. I have been giving shout outs to Black people in history since day one.
I know the black woman made a pad. I'm not surprised though.
Why? Because white women don't get their periods? Because they're fucking nasty.
I'm so sorry.
Yo.
Okay, whatever. Jimmy Smacks.
Okay, so for those of you who do not know, Jimmy Smacks is a scammer from Harlem who has relocated to Miami, and he is
And the
booming
top,
on OnlyFans.
yeah, he's in the top.
And last week, a video was leaked of him
Giving fellatio
to a transgender woman, and he pretty much just like, fuck it, I did it, and now I'm gonna take pictures and post other transgender women on my Instagram. And he's going nuts, and Harlem is losing it. But being from Brooklyn, we say Harlem has been down. Like, I ain't never seen Harlem win that shit. So
You know what's crazy though? He's on OnlyFans. So and he's
yes,
so
that's with everyone.
he's
I've
so
seen
big.
that he fucks midgets, and I'm afraid of midgets.
yeah. So his explanation is that he did it for money.
For
or
money,
whatever.
money is a root of evil, y'all.
My thing is, I think that it's very disrespectful to the LGBT community
To try and downplay your involvement in the
for
community.
you to engage in sex with a man and say that that is not gay. Because that is gay.
It is.
And for you to
But
downplay.
I think the reason that he's trying to say that it's not gay, and if you guys are viewers, please don't take anything that Giovanni and I say too offensively. It's called Don't Quote Me. We are allies to all of the community. But
absolutely.
it is very confusing for me because a transgender woman is a woman, right? That's what she said. She's a woman. But this transgender woman has a penis. So in my head, she's still a man. Therefore, it is still.
I feel like if a man gives fellatio
to a penis,
that is gay.
If you put a penis in your mouth, like that's what I think is what changes it. If she had a vagina and they were just like, oh, she used to be a man, then I would be up here standing and not saying that it's not gay.
Right.
But it's a penis. So
I think that is just super rude to the community.
It is really disrespectful because in the same breath you want to say like, oh, I stand with the transgenders and I support them, but it's like Jimmy Smacks, you don't because
you're downplaying your moment.
Right.
So that was my biggest issue. I don't care who anyone has sex with. I never care who anyone has sex with because it's not my business.
Right.
But the fact that he's acting as if it's not what it is what bothers me. Following, there's Danny Lee with the Yellow Bone song.
I'm sorry, I'm fucking hot.
She's hot. I don't care about the song because it's trash.
Yeah, the song is trash, and I feel like previously I was super excited to talk about, but I just decided that we're just not even gonna give her fucking shine because nobody gives a fuck her, especially because she is dating the baby, so I don't like her. Moving on. Kodak and Lil Wayne were pardoned by Donald Trump. I know that Donald Trump thinks that was gonna get him in good with me, but Kodak is colorist. Lil Wayne says that he doesn't give a fuck about Black Lives Matter because it doesn't affect him, and when he was 9, someone got shot and a cop helped him, whatever. So I really could give a fuck less about Donald Trump.
Do you think they did it?
He could have let out like Max B and my brother.
Do you think
Free Leaf L's? He could have done that.
Do you think that they do you think that they only support him because of that?
Yes, I think that these are one of those things where, but I also think that it may have been a little bit more natural for them to go along with because of who they are and because of the values that they have. Like Lil Wayne said, he doesn't give a fuck about the Black Lives movement. So it's just like, well, really, what did Donald Trump do to me?
Yeah.
I'm rich, so it's not like he's making me pay more taxes. Like in Lil Wayne's life, Donald Trump is probably the best vote for him in his personal life. But I just feel like that speaks to you as a fucking person because, I mean, no matter how many white people he dates and how much his dreads give off Caucasian, he is an African American man. He has a bunch of African American children, and I just think that it is your responsibility to stand with us as an ally. And if you don't, I don't stand with you. So I can give a fuck less about them being left out of jail. T.I. and Tiny, I am excited for this part.
You think they did it?
Yes, I think they did it,
y'all. Guilty.
Oh my god. Little Miss
guilty.
fucking Piggy got some motherfucking.
I never heard so, and I never knew why I didn't like it. But this is why. They have over 20 allegations.
And then the fucking girls are like 15, 16, and it's just like, you getting that girl hymen checked, and you out here fucking kids, you fucking pervert.
It's not even that.
I didn't like him from
then.
then.
I knew he was getting the hymen checked. I figured he was a weirdo.
No, seriously, the hymen, so for those who don't know, about a year ago, I'm going to say now, it came out that T.I.'s, well, she's not the youngest now because he has a daughter that's younger than her, but at the time she was the youngest child, that he takes her to the gynecologist.
On her birthday.
On her birthday, he sits in the room and she has her hymen checked. So for one, I don't know if you guys don't go to the gynecologist, but unless you're like at an obstetrician and you're getting checked out, they usually don't want anyone else in the room with you. I have had a male gynecologist, so they've always had they always bring in like a female nurse. But I've told him multiple times, like, I'm very comfortable with you, but like the nurse changes every time, she could leave the fucking room. So whoever the fucking doctor is that is allowing this, you going against HIPAA, I'm not feeling it. I would sue the fuck out of you, but he sits in the fucking room on her birthday every year. He has her hymen checked to make sure that she's not fucking, which is a total invasion of privacy. And as soon as I can fucking get away from him, I would get the fuck away from my mother because you know he's doing this. And then what made it like 10 times worse is my family is big on like a united front. So like,
why would you?
My dad could be punching me in the face in the house, but like we're not gonna come outside and say it. And then it wasn't like she came outside and said like I'm a victim. My dad being fucking creepy. He fucking went and boasted about it. Like, yeah, you know, just to make sure she's not fucking. I think that's weird. Just like I thought that was fucking weird that Kevin Hart called his daughter a thot on his comedy thing. And I'm just like, these things are weird because I feel like all it does is it creates the environment where your daughter is fine with men disrespecting her. She doesn't feel like the black man should support her. I don't fucking like it.
You know what I feel? Just like, I understand when your parents, while you're still young, they want to protect you from things because you're young, you're naive, you don't know. So as an adult, as a child, I would be okay with him concerned, like if she's like having sex.
But that's something
that's the furthest it would go.
Yeah.
Now, parents who are bothered by their children who may be having sex or even be homosexual, it's like, why are you so worried about your children's sex life?
Yeah, no, I think that
are you planning to have sex with them?
I think that it's really, really weird. And
that's weird.
It makes an environment where the relationship between you and I are weird. Because I remember when my parents first thought I was fucking, and I actually was only at the time having sex with girls. But my parents thought that I was having sex with boys, and I remember my mom and my dad like talking, and it was like, all right, you're gonna put her on birth control, and it was just like, you pretty much have known what sex is forever, so there's not even a conversation to have about that. But like, here's a conversation about the fact that we are putting you on birth control, and we really don't even really need to discuss it. This is what's going to go on. You know that I don't want you fucking, but if you are fucking, here are the precautions. Which now has just me and my parents have the closest relationship we could possibly have. I always speak on how healthy our adult relationships are, and I think that our adult relationships are so healthy because my parents were very specific about how they were going to feed the relationship we had with me growing up so that it could blossom into this. And I just think that T.I. and Tiny are creating the most toxic environment in the fucking world. And then now it all makes sense. It's like, because they're fucking predators. They're fucking predators. And speaking of predators, have you been on Facebook?
Ooh.
We won't call any names just for the sake of that. But anybody who is from Brooklyn, well, it may just be New York as a whole, right? Or is it just Brooklyn?
I think it's Brooklyn. It's
so
like
because we're fucking amazing and we're not always amazing. But a girl on Facebook recently has made a group, a chat, where she is calling out her assailants of sexual assault, and it has gotten other women to come forward.
It's more like a warning. Don't talk to this
guy because he's cringeworthy. So the allegations go anywhere from like unsolicited dick pics to like he got me fucking drunk and raped me.
Yeah.
And I don't know her name. Do you know her name? I don't know her name, but
the name of the girl who started it?
Yes.
Or, no, I can't.
I don't know her name, so I can't give her a proper shout out, but I wanted to take this moment to tell her how proud I am of her. And I know that it may feel like something that is very, very small, but from the outside looking in, it does not seem small.
Yeah.
She has pretty much started an entire movement. Other girls are coming forward and they're naming other men.
And are really popular.
Yes, that's the thing. So these are the men who are, they're the DJs, they're the party promoters, they're the rappers, they're the tattoo artists, they sell drinks. Like, they're men that you very easily can find yourself standing next to.
Right.
At any time. So the fact that they are just like putting out these fucking warnings, I think is amazing. Kudos to her. I love to see it. Trey.
Which one of y'all?
Song.
Okay, so I do not sing Trey songs. I don't think I've ever told you that. I do not sing Trey songs.
I am not a huge Trey fan. I am not really attracted to men who look like him. So I'm
It was really the Keke Palmer thing for me.
Okay, so speak on that because you mentioned that.
I think they were like at a pool party and like she felt uncomfortable, like assaulted, like he was just like doing too much. I can't.
He looks like the type of man to do too much.
Or like, you know those guys who already, like you've ever encountered a guy who knew he was like attractive.
And he's just like, yeah, you want to
so
talk
it was
me,
like
so let's
pushy.
Let's skip all the extra shit.
Right, so I've never cared for Trey songs.
But his nudes link, there's a video, well, he leaked them himself.
That also makes it very weird, the fact that he leaked his own nudes.
So it's basically him receiving fellatio, and it's fucking humongous.
Yeah.
Which
one of y'all?
You are so
which one?
silly.
Which one of y'all?
To celebrate Black History Month.
You got to teach them something?
I was not gonna give you guys a fun fact. I was just gonna give you guys two black-owned businesses, a few black-owned businesses to support.
Okay, so I got a tattoo from
Kaylin says she's my tattoo artist. She did my entire sleeve. She's amazing. And she actually did my face tattoo. You can't see it, but it's covered. She's amazing, and she did Gio and I's tattoo.
She did a tattoo for me yesterday.
Support small female minority businesses. We love to fucking see it.
She was super clean, super. Okay, so before I went to her, I went to someone else, and it just didn't feel like a vibe. And I'm like, if this girl is gonna tattoo my body, I need her to make me feel welcome.
Yeah.
So I didn't get that tattoo, and then I went to her. She was such a vibe. She was very focused. She was quick.
She's so talented.
And she
did my entire sleeve freehand.
I was about to say I gave her an idea.
Amazing. She did my whole sleeve freehand. Like she's really, really.
I gave her an idea, and she looked at the idea
in her head
and just drew whatever she wanted, the closest to what I wanted, and it was amazing. So definitely get your tattoos from her.
My friend Keela has a lash brand called Chunko. She has these lashes, Seda and Tokyo, that I am obsessed with. You can check her out. Other small businesses.
I wanted that bag, but it was so
This is my must-buy item for this episode. This bag says "End Systematic Racism." Hold on.
Perfect.
It is from the line by Brendan Blackwood. The Instagram is Brendan Blackwood, right?
Yeah.
It's Brendan Blackwood. The bag, I believe, was $65.
No, 80.
Okay, 80. I brought the bag
No,
up.
it's either 70 or 80 between that.
The bag is less than $100. It's small. I love a mini bag, and it says "End Systematic Racism" and it's Black fucking History Month. So buy the bag and support Brendan Blackwood. He always likes and reposts me. So, and then if you were looking for another bag, the Templar bag. I'm obsessed with.
She definitely said tell.
She always do
I
that
always
shit,
instead
bro.
of tell
far if I don't say it slow.
I'm so
Oh,
sick
fuck my girl.
of people complaining about
The cost.
complaining about that it sells out so fast.
Why are we not happy for him?
Sign up,
Turn on your Instagram
in,
notifications.
and when you get there at 9 o'clock when it drops, you won't have to input everything.
Also, if you use your phone, you can autofill your credit card into your phone.
I'm
If you
so
download the Shop app, you can put in all of your information,
So
and
that
then you
all
go
you have
on
to do is
checkout.
check
You literally only have to check out. And if you notice, so when he goes on Instagram and he says like, oh, there's going to be a drop, he already makes the page.
Right.
Like,
so
it already will say the day that they're going to drop, and the bags will be up there. You literally can just open the fucking link to the bag that you want when you refresh it at 9 o'clock, because they always drop at 9 o'clock. The bag is going to be there. You're going to add it to your shopping cart. You're going to autofill your information. You're going to fucking check out, and you're going to get it. I have the black one. The day that I bought the black one, my best friend woke me up late. I got up, and I literally checked out and got the bag, and like I woke up at like 9:58 and still got the bag. So for everyone who doesn't have the bag, I think that you may be just like getting flustered at checkout. Like I don't know how you're fucking up, but
just save your info.
he also makes the bags very readily available because he does drops so often. Like I have a black bag, and the black bag has dropped 3 times since I got my black bag.
Yeah, the black bag just dropped again.
They also, so this bag took a little bit longer for me to get, but the Telfar bags shipped so fucking quick. Like if they drop on a Monday, I think that the black ones that we got dropped on a Monday, and I got them by Friday. So they come super, super quick. Shop black businesses.
What about a song?
Yeah, what's your song for the week?
What song did I play last night in the car?
Rump and Chop?
No, Vibes
That was the
Cartel.
second time.
Robin Shop was my first song. It was definitely Vibes Cartel. But it was something, and it just had me going. I'm trying to figure out. So I always give like old songs. So go, what song?
Track Star by Muski is my song for the week.
Is that this TikTok song?
Is there a TikTok?
Wait, how does it go?
She's a runner, she's
She's
a track star. She
That's the TikTok song.
It's so funny you say that because I'm on TikTok all day. I don't know how I've never
That's
seen that.
definitely a TikTok
And
song.
if not that, one more song, Insecure by
Jasmine Sullivan.
Sullivan.
I just have that on my phone.
And I love it.
So I played a song in the car last night and it was just such a vibe. But I'm gonna go with I'm Coming by Conscience.
Really?
Yeah, because I always pick an old song
She does always
because
pick an old song.
it just makes me feel better. So go listen to that and think of me. No, I know what song it is. Hold on. I know what song. It's Never Get to Gal by Vibes Cartel. Listen to that. It just feels amazing when you listen to throwback songs. So
You didn't give items. Only I'll give items.
let's see. An item. What have I purchased recently? I've just been purchasing clothes. You know what? I need to get another pair of my Sunburst Uggs.
Yeah.
So they're great for most Uggs you can't wear in the snow.
But those have the
But those have
plastic
the
grip.
yeah, so you can wear those. So get some Sunburst Uggs. They're a little bit more expensive than the regular ones, but they're super cute. The fur on the side's super cute. I had black. I think I'm gonna get like the
gray
chestnut.
You had the
Gray
gray
and
and black
black.
or the black on
No,
black?
gray and black.
I want the black on black. I think that I am, yeah. So in the beginning of the summer, I was just like, in the beginning of winter, I'm just like, I am not buying any winter clothes. Like, I'm not buying any boots. I'm not buying a new coat because outside of going to work, and I also drive, so I'm like, I really don't need these things. But I hear that we're getting more snow and that it's going to get colder. So I think that I am actually gonna buy another pair of Uggs, and I will do the summers because I'll be able to wear them and wear them in the snow. So I think
Agreed.
that's a good one.
Get me one.
So those are that's the item I picked. Get your tattoos by Kay Linda.
Buy your bags.
Get an Systematic Racism bag by Brandon Blackwood.
Yes.
Get a Telfar bag. Get some Sunburst Uggs.
And
Listen to I'm Coming by Conscience. And listen to
Track
she's
star.
She's a track star. She gonna ride it. I've really never heard that song. I know it's from TikTok though.
I love the song. Happy Black History Month. Thanks for listening. We'll see you guys next week.